Hi everyone, in this video we are going to do some Excel question 1.1.3. The expression is given as the square root of 2x plus 1 is equals to x minus 1. Before we can attempt this question, I would like you to get familiar with the following concept, as it will be useful when working with square roots. We have a square root of a number. Let's call it a. It's same as taking a to the power of 1 over 2, where your a is an element of real numbers. For example, when you have a square root of 4, which is a real number, then this is same as taking 4 to the power 1 over 2. When you punch square root of 4 on your calculator, you're going to get 2. When you punch 4 to the power 1 over 2 on a calculator, you're going to get 2. And this is a basic understanding of how we work with square roots. This gives us a further understanding that whenever you have a cubic root of a number, a, this is same as a to the power 1 over 3. When you have the fourth root of a number a, this is same as a to the power 1 over 4, and so on. And that's how we work with square roots. Familiarize yourself with this concept, as it will be helpful working with square roots, more especially in simplifying expressions. Now, let's get back to the question. The concept we have just learned answers a common question many students ask. Why, when a number under a square root raised to the power 2, the square root is cancelled? This happens because taking a square root of a number is same as raising a number to the power 1 over 2. Practically so. When we have square root of a number a to the power 2, we can write this as a to the power 1 over 2 to the power 2. And this becomes a to the power 1 over 2 times 2, which is a raised to the power 1. And this is simply a. The first thing that we need to do is to get rid of the square root. Therefore, we are going to raise the square root of 2x plus 1 to the power 2 in order for us to get rid of the square root. The mathematical principle to never forget: what you do on the left, you also do on the right. Thus, we are also going to raise x minus 1 to the power 2. Let's apply that. Square root of 2x plus 1. We raise this to the power 2. What we do on the left, we should also do it on the right. Thus, we raise x minus 1 to the power 2. Raising a square root of a number to the power 2 gets rid of the square root, meaning that it cancels the square root. When the square root is cancelled, then we are only left with 2x plus 1, and this will be equals to, on your right hand side, you have x minus 1 to the power 2. This can be written as a product of brackets as x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1, because it is raised to the power 2. If it's raised to the power 3, then it's x minus 1 times x minus 1 times x minus 1. If it's raised to the power 4, and so on. So this is power 2. Therefore, we have only two brackets, x minus 1 times x minus 1. Then the next step is to do simplification. 2x plus 1 will be equals to, I believe at this point everyone is aware of how we multiply out the brackets in mathematics. You take this x, you multiply with this x. X multiplied by x gives you x squared. Then you take this x, you multiply it with this number here, minus 1. So that will be minus x. And then you take this number here, minus 1, you multiply it with this x. That is minus x. And lastly, you take this number minus 1, you multiply it out with this minus 1 here. And that is going to give us minus 1 times minus 1. It's going to give us positive 1. A negative multiplied by a negative number, it's a positive number. Don't forget that. For further information, keep this in mind. In mathematics, when you multiply a negative number with a negative number, you get a positive number. When you multiply a negative number with a positive number, you get a negative number. When you multiply a positive number with a positive number, you get a positive number. That's how we work with signs in mathematics. This is very important. I know students do also mess this up whenever they are solving. Please take note of it. Let's continue our simplification by adding like terms. We have 2x plus 1 is going to be equals to x squared. So these are like terms. Minus x is going to give us minus 2x, then plus 1. The next step, let's move 2x plus 1 to the right hand side. When we move 2x plus 1 to the right hand side, on the left hand side we are left with nothing. So this will be 0. It's equals to x squared minus 2x plus 1. Then minus 2x minus 1. Why? Because we took 2x plus 1 to the right hand side. So firstly, what did we do? We took 2x to the right hand side, it becomes minus 2x. And then we take positive 1 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 1. Remembering that when you take a number to the other side, it changes its sign. That's why we have negative 2x and minus 1 here. Let's further simplify. This will be 0, it's equals to x squared. We can see that we have like terms here. We have minus 2x and minus 2x. So these are like terms. When we take minus 2x plus minus 2x, this is going to be minus 4x. Another like terms, we have positive 1 and negative 1. When we take 1 plus minus 1, this is going to give us a 0. So this is plus 0. So it's the same as having x squared minus 4x. We are going to take out x as a common factor. Remember, taking a common factor is taking out a number in such a way that when we take that number outside and we multiply it with everything that is inside the brackets, we get the original equation. So we are going to take out x as a common factor. When we take out x as a common factor on the variable, what are we left with? Only x. Minus, when we take out x on this number, what are we left with? 4. And that's how we take out a common factor in mathematics. I still repeat, when you multiply this with everything that is inside the brackets, it should give you the original equation. And indeed it does, because when x multiplied by x, it's x squared. X multiplied by minus 4, it's minus 4x. We have taken out the common factor, and now we can solve for x. To solve for x, so basically here we have 0, it's equals to open bracket x, close bracket, open bracket, x minus 4, close bracket. To solve for x, we are going to take the expressions that are inside the brackets and equate them to 0. The first expression is only x. We equate this to 0, and the second expression is x minus 4. We equate it to 0. And then we solve for x on both expressions. On the first expression, it's clear that x is equals to 0. On the second expression, x is equals to, we take 4 to the right hand side. It was a negative, it becomes a positive, then x is equals to 4. The final step is to verify the solution by substituting each value of x we got back into the original expression. In the examination, failing to do this check can lead to unnecessary loss of mark. Let's check the solution. We are going to start with x is equals to 0. Substitute this into the original equation. We have the square root of 2. The x value is 0 plus 1. It's equals to the x value 0 minus 1. This yields the square root of 2 times 0, it's a 0 plus 1, it's a 1, it's equals to minus 1. Square root of 1 is a 1, which is not equals to minus 1. Therefore, x is not equals to 0. You get credit for this. Let's check with x is equals to 4. This will be the square root of 2. The x value is a 4 plus 1. It's equals to 4 minus 1. This yields the square root of 2 times 4. It's 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. It's equals to 4 minus 1, which is a 3. Square root of 9 is a 3. It's equals to 3. Therefore, x is equals to 4. And that will be our final solution to this question.